Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys have had a great week so far. We are back with another 1 versus 1 in the Masters League. This is technically round 4. You guys will notice round 3 did not make it up onto the channel. We had a DNQ for our opponent, so we did not get a game, and it resulted in a tie consideration for us, unfortunately. But we are back with round 4 here, and we are going up against Smokey McJingles. So we rolled the URAN map. I'm playing as the Germans. Smokey decided to go with the Allies, and he is playing with the UK. I ended up, as soon as I saw the UK pick, I was assuming he was going with the all-around doctrine for the Staghound. So I did go with the all-around doctrine for the Germans as well, because the Puma is probably the best counter to that if I get lucky and maybe get some good shots off. We rush out 2 Volksgren squads, one going to the middle, one going to the west point. And as you saw there, I did use one of the Fausts to immediately blow a hole into this little like shed right there to give me another way into the point. Instead of just kind of funneling through that little opening there. Another thing you can always do, obviously, is throw some nades and blow up some of those fences as well. We're getting the boys out onto the C point here. And we're going to push up and over and just try to cut off any avenue from Smokey. As we can see, he is rushing up at least one guy behind that wood pile. We'll digging the boys up on this hill. Yeah, we'll make sure we try to finish this guy off. Looks like he's healing. And while that was going on, Smokey's made a decent push into the center. So he's got a couple guys, and he is now capping his east point as well. We're just able to dodge that grenade and get out of the way there. And hopefully that nade gets that guy. It does. We did call in a 3rd squad to come up and support here. Another Volksgren squad, which is my kind of typical buy order, I guess you can call it, for all around. Usually spam the Volksgrens because of the AT rifles here, and they're cheap. Come with a mixed bag of everything. MG42 rifles, a couple MP40s, a couple Fausts. And now we'll call in a Fusilier squad. Send them over to kind of the middle. Looks like Smokey's pushed up far on the east, which is great to see. He's taken up some pretty good positions that overlooks kind of our approach to this side of the middle. Although we've kind of pushed him back in the center at the very least to behind that building. He does have a Vickers Jeep that he called out, it looks like. And he's also got another squad kind of making a push towards our west point. So it's great to see him kind of all over the map right now. Try to take out the Jeep with the MG42 there, but it is a little bit far away, so we'll call in a 251 at about the 3.5-minute mark. So by the time this thing gets up here, we may only have like a minute or so, maybe less, before we end up seeing the 2-1 counter. So it's a bit late, but the infantry was probably a priority, just with our numbers, and how many numbers we actually have left. Probably could have done away with the Fusiliers to the half track. But we get a lucky Faust shot on the Jeep. Wasn't even aiming at the Jeep. We just overshot the actual target and somehow managed to hit that thing as it was rolling up. So, crazy lucky there. We'll push in the Fusiliers after smoking out, and we'll get a couple of these guys into this building. Try to push out as far as we can. I want to try to cut off his avenue of approach to the center. See if we can maybe get some lucky nades off here. Nah, looks like the trees actually blocked one of those nades, unfortunately. But we've completely ignored the left up until this point, but we'll now send a squad out that way to start making a push and try to take back our flank. So far, he's just kind of dug in and lined the woods, so not the worst thing in the world. With the 5-minute mark, we are capped in terms of CP, so we actually can't get the Puma immediately, but that is okay. I'd rather wait and just try to play a counter game to whatever he gets. But I would assume it is the Staghound, most likely. So far, there's not really been any indicator. Maybe the actual infantry that's out towards what he could be, but we do lose a couple guys, and that does open up the Puma, so we will get it. And I do hear something off in the fog of war, and I actually don't think that's the Staghound. It's a Crusader, as we just saw briefly there. So he is the all-around doctrine, but he went with the Crusader AA, which is still going to decimate my infantry. But I did ask him after the game, you know, what he was thinking about when he did go with that. Because typically with that doctrine, you want to go with the Staghound. That doctrine is the most broken doctrine in the game just because of the Staghound. It's quick, it's fast, it's cheap in terms of DP. It's very effective because of the velocity and the arc that it has. A lot of players don't like it. A lot of guys that play ranked in tournaments want that doctrine, and the UK banned outright. I don't think we should ban the UK outright. I do agree that this doctrine is a little unfair to play against at the current stage. So I'd consider, you know, if I had to say, probably just banning the all-around doctrine. I don't know if we'd ban the DP vehicle itself. Could always possibly do that. But I don't like limiting play for a doctrine just because of, you know, obviously balance reasons. But when everyone thinks there's a problem, there's a problem. But the Puma did track the Crusader AA, and we are actually able to decrew it with that AP round. We'll put an AP round into the guy repairing the track, so it is still crewable at this point. But that shot does officially take it out. And we are moving the half track back around to orient into the center, just to kind of put some rounds downrange of where he might push. We get a nice nade taking out 3 guys there, including a Piat. We'll see if we can finish off this Crusader, kind of here and there, going back and forth to it. He's got a full repair it now. Most of the guys here have died, although we do still have a couple left. He's really dug in very well behind trees, and even the guys that are dug in, I can kind of barely see them here. So no wonder we're just kind of getting shredded. See if we can finish this thing off. Generally like to full kill this if I can. Last thing I need is to be making a push and that thing just pops back up on my flank. Oh man, I cannot kill this guy. This one guy is holding up my entire push. And we're down to 3 guys now. But looks like there is a medium out on the field. Looks like it's a Sherman, I believe. So we pull back the Puma. It is Sherman, 5. Looks like he's going for the half track, but we might be, yeah, looks like we'll be protected and able to get out of here. I'm holding left shift to make this thing go as fast as possible. And I see on the mini-map, while I'm doing that, guys out to the west making a push. So I'll bring the half-track actually over that way to try to counter. See if we can get this guy up. See if we got this guy repaired, and we can. So we do get at least him repairing it. That probably lost the vehicle crew. Looks like the half-track has lost its gunner. No worries, no problem. We'll just get this thing up, put the driver on it. just in time as they're making a push across the open ice, and we do gun him down. So it's been quiet in the center for now. Looks like Smokey's got a good sized force on his eastern point there. He's making his push towards us. We'll pull out some more infantry to get him out onto the west and reinforce, because we're down to like 3, I believe. Sherman is pushing up in the center and is starting to put HE into it. He probably wants to move it because he is blocked by some of those buildings. So the angle of approach could just be a little bit better in terms of like firing down on me. If he were to get that thing up on the hill overlooking the point in the center, he'd have free reign. We do see a light tank come out on the right. Looks like our half track is on fire. Looks like it's the Tetrarch. So he's had to go with 2 MP tanks to deal with our Vix. We are actually able to get the MG42 and ammo out before this thing fully destroys by the fire. So we'll actually get rid of this guy's rifle, put him back onto the MG42 and reposition him. And the reinforcements are coming up, so we'll dig them in as they approach. But he's just got to push over this icy river, so he's just getting kind of gunned down there. The better approach would definitely be along the railroad tracks on this map, I think. But with that squad that we had reinforced, we did call in a couple of them to come this way and make a slight approach on his point, kind of reinforce it now. Sherman should be kind of in that right area on the screen right now, looking straight down on the map, on the center point. I think that would be fantastic for him. But going with 2 MP tanks, I mean, the Tetrarch is cheap, but it's still going to cost him a little bit. He's got a flamer in the center. See if we can get him with a nade. Is that going to get him? Ooh, it does. Nice. So we are able to take him out. He's whittling down our numbers. But if we can keep just throwing nades back behind this one building that he's hiding behind, I think we'll be okay. I think there's no one there even. And we're going to try to get the Puma up onto this Tetrarch since it hasn't moved. Looks like we're maybe just out of range. So we do get a cheeky shot there. Ooh, and right as he goes out of range, we get him. So we do set him on fire. And I did see in the kill feed that there was a sniper. Looks like he is on this flank. And he's whittling down our guys here. So we'll actually bring up the Puma. Try to put some HE on him and just take him out. Smokey does make another push onto the center. There's out of nades to try a Faust. We don't get anything there. Managed to get the Bren guy before he can unload on us. Then we do go down. We do have quite a bit of MP saved. Trying to think of counters for the M4. But we will also have the Jagdpanzer in about a minute and a half. So we could just wait for that. Want to kill the sniper before he kills too many of our guys here, and we do get him. So that'll be one less big concern here. And we'll just pull off the guys that were in the back of kind of that embankment and get them more towards the middle of the point. The Smokey's making a push further into the center. I think the M4 definitely needed to move earlier. He's pulled it back to try to get a little better elevation, but he's not really able to see the full point from there still because of that one building. So I do think he needed... That's probably the biggest play, would have been moving the Sherman to support the infantry in the center here. Because if he would have done that, I definitely wouldn't have been able to go head-to-head. I would have probably had to call in an MP tank earlier to deal with that. So He's kind of just allowed me to bank up my my MP here, which we do like. But with the 15-minute mark, tier 2 is here. We still have not seen a Staghound. We're going to call in a Jaeger squad to the center to reinforce. And we are going to pull up the Jagdpanzer 4. Get him out to try to counter. We'll also call in a 251. And we'll even get another Volksgren squad and put them into the 251. We're going to use them to make a big push on the eastern point, with the Jagdpanzer kind of in the center supporting both. Getting some nice nades off, although he has officially decapped us in the center. So we will be able to buy a little bit of time here, although he is still losing guys. And I'm going to use another Faust to blow that building completely up now, so that I can get better line of sight from my MGs in the back here. We did see a motorized truck of infantry roll up, which is that doctrine specific. I don't like those. I think they are a waste of MP. So that, I think, may be a misplay as well. It's getting them as quick to get up, but small number of guys, and usually the truck is kind of trash. Like, there's a guy just sitting in the truck. Should blow it up probably and get him out. But we try to go head-to-head with the Sherman. I think we hit the embankment in front. Looks like he's trying to engage us. Try to put a shot on the truck. Can't really see it, unfortunately, there. Make sure we spread out the boys in the center. And we get some nice nades along the fence to blow that up and take out a couple guys. And our half track is officially here. So we will make our push. We do have to be a little wary of the Sherman. Looks like he did try to put a shot downrange on us. We get out a couple guys, including both of the MGs. Sherman does put a shot through our engine block, but we're kind of set up to still be able to fire straight ahead. But he does get, I think, 3 guys with that one shot there to take it out. But we got the majority of the boys out early, and we are able to kind of make our way into the point here. Looks like he's reorienting the Sherman to come over and support. But we have been able to kind of clear out his infantry with this push. And we are going to continue to just kind of advance into the point. We've got a couple Fausts in front that if that Sherman comes close, we can kind of ambush with. Looks like he's trying to make a desperate push on this right. I think he knows time is running short here. So any infantry he's got, he's just trying to get in now. And there's the Staghound. So it is officially out in the center now. Little bit late, but we'll try to go head-to-head with the Puma, as I had intended to earlier. We do rush up. I think he was in between rounds and reloading there. We hit him, so he's coming up at us to try to get in range. We do put a shot clean through to full kill him. So the Staghound does go down. The Jagdpanzer is engaging the Sherman, and we do track him there. Looks like that one went through, I believe, the turret. And we are at a 3 cap. He does call GG with the Sherman going down there. So definitely the, I think, best game of the qualifiers that we've had so far in terms of opponent strength. Very fun map. We do take this one. I believe we are now 3-0-1 technically in the qualifiers, but hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with another one of these as soon as the next round comes out. Thank you as always.